Columbus himself and his brother Bartholomew, as well as Cabot, had been to England. Bartholomew went to England. I believe they went to France and Portugal, as well as Spain, and Cabot had gone to Portugal, I believe, and Spain for backing. Columbus got the backing August 1492. He went over to the New World, landed in the West Indies, came back on October 12th. We celebrate that day. So there's the Spanish claim to the New World. Portugal, they were doing a little something different. They were going around the Cape of Good Hope with Bartolomeo Diaz and later on Vasco da Gama. Now, in 1494, a very important treaty was sponsored by the Pope of the time, Alexander VI, the Borgia Pope of Spanish origin. What this treaty did was it divided the world, actually, between Spain and Portugal. Of course, the known world, this was basically the undiscovered world, because the rest was settled. It went down a line drawn by the Pope and agreed to by Spain and Portugal right through the center of the earth, right like this. It ended right where Brazil is. And Brazil went to Portugal. They say that the Spanish made a mistake in agreeing because they should have got Brazil, but whatever. However, France and Britain, England, never recognized this treaty. They were all Catholic at the time. This was 2 generations before the Reformation. So they didn't want to say anything to anger the Pope and get excommunicated. But they weren't too happy with the fact that they didn't get in on this, and the Pope just gave it away to the other 2 nations. Well, when John Cabot went out and he made his discoveries on that second voyage, he went north because it was shorter, also so he wouldn't go into Spanish waters. According to the letters patent of King Henry VII, Cabot was not to go into Spanish territory, which means the southerly route across the Atlantic. And he didn't. He went on a northerly route. As far as we know, he just came back on a second voyage, and that was that. Now, on the third voyage, it's possible, and no one knows, that he made landfall in North America, maybe around the same place, Nova Scotia, Labrador, Baffin Island, and proceeded south along the North Atlantic coast, all the way around Florida into the Caribbean, and somehow encountered armed Spanish naval armadas around what today is Venezuela. That was named for New Venice. There's a map by a famous Spanish map explorer, Gaspar Corte Real, which he sailed for America in 1500. I think the map was 1501 or 1502. Which on the map you see little flags, English flags, I believe that's it, I don't have the map in front of me, along the coast of North America, and Spanish flags in the Caribbean. The information that the map was put together before may indicate that he got this information somehow from sources of Cabot's voyage. This map was called a Mappa Mundi, showing the continent of North America and the sea discovered by the English. It says it in there. This was around 1500. Well, what we do know is that Cabot's discovery of North America, as it's called, was reported to the Spanish crown. That would be King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Aragon Castile, which was United Spain since 1492. And it appears, by all accounts, they weren't too happy with Cabot's voyage, the second voyage. They would have been more unhappy probably with the third voyage. Now, in 1499, a Spanish explorer and adventurer reckless adventurer named Alonso de la Hoyada, went with another man called Juan de la Casa, sailed from Cadiz and landed in Little Venice, or Venezuela. Now, he is one of the possible perpetrators of the elimination, the death of John Cabot and his crew.